The County of El Paso Public Works Department is offering sandbags at no cost or requirements to the public. The sandbags are outside of the facilities and are available 24 hours a day. The location of the county facilities are the following: the Road and Bridge Fabens Warehouse, located at 1331 North Fabens Street in Fabens, Texas, 79838. The Road and Bridge Canutillo Warehouse, located at 191 Canutillo Avenue in Canutillo, Texas, 79835. And the Road and Bridge Montana Warehouse, located at 14698 Van Lane, El Paso, Texas, 79938.
Commissioner Andrew Haggerty would like to invite you to his weekly breakfast meeting that takes place every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. at Danny's Diner, located at 4690 Trans Mountain Road. Every week he has a different speaker who will be discussing topics of interest for the community. So if you live in the Northeast, West Side, or anywhere else in the county, come and join us for the breakfast meeting.
Don't wait in line, pay online. Visit the Financial Recovery Division website at http://www.epcounty.com/budget/financialrecovery.htm to make your payments online or find out more about our kiosk locations. We now accept payments on misdemeanor, felony, and justice of the peace cases.
You can now watch Commissioners Court meetings on YouTube. Go to youtube.com and search for El Paso County Commissioners or El Paso County, Texas. Subscribe to our channels to see our latest videos.
Did you know that you can save money on the cost of your medications? And doing so is easy. In 2015, the County of El Paso launched a prescription discount card program from coast to coast. The cards are available to all El Paso County residents free of charge and everyone qualifies. You can pick up a card at any county office location, Walgreens, Walmart, CVS, or Target pharmacies, or simply print the card at www.coastrx.com. Happy savings!
Did you know the County of El Paso's Purchasing Department is responsible for ensuring that all items and services needed by various county departments are purchased in the manner required by the state of Texas? Whether through formal sealed bids or smaller dollar quotations, the county purchasing team is dedicated to finding the best contracting return on your taxpayer dollars. Additionally, the Purchasing Department is responsible for the tracking of inventory within the county and properly disposing surplus to public auctions. For questions about how to become a vendor and compete for county contracts, or to learn more about public auctions, please contact us at telephone number 915-546-2048.
The 346 District Court Judge Angie Juarez Barril started the El Paso Veterans Treatment Court program in 2012 for veterans and active service members that have been arrested and charged with a felony or misdemeanor criminal offense. To be considered for the specialty court, the statutory criteria includes be a veteran or current member of the United States Armed Forces, including a member of the Reserves, National Guard, or State Guard, and suffer from a brain injury, mental illness, or mental disorder, including PTSD, or be a victim of military sexual trauma, all occurring or resulting from military service. Call Sylvia Serna, Veterans Program Director, at 915-546-2119, or email her at sserna@epcounty.com for any information.
Did you know that the County of El Paso's fixed asset control and inventory disposal is handled through the purchasing department? Throughout the course of each business year, the county holds live public auctions to dispose of aged equipment, vehicles, furniture, and other items that are no longer needed. To find out about upcoming auctions or to learn more about the county's inventory disposal process, contact the purchasing department at telephone number 915-546-2048.
Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, August 14th, 2018. Commissioners Court is meeting for a public hearing for item number 2 to receive public comment, both proponents and opponents, on the proposed tax rate for fiscal year 2018-2019 for the County of El Paso.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. I don't know if there's anyone here in the public signed up to speak on the county's tax rate, but before we do that, and before Mr. Hardgrove goes into his brief presentation, I just wanted to read something to go ahead and kick us off. And that is, according to the Texas Local Government Code, section 140.010, the county may not adopt a tax rate that exceeds the lower of the rollback tax rate or the effective tax rate calculated as provided by the Texas Property Tax Code, section 26.04, until it has held 2 public hearings on the proposed tax increase. The tax rate proposed for the County of El Paso on August 6, 2008 exceeded the lower of the effective or rollback tax rates. All persons, both proponents and opponents of the tax increase, will be afforded adequate opportunity to present their views. And so, commissioners, unless you have any comments, I'll ask Mr. Hardgrove, our Executive Director for Budget and Fiscal Policy, to give a brief overview of the county's budget.
Judge, could I just ask you for a motion to enter the public hearing, please?
Yes, sir. I'd make a motion to enter the public hearing.
Second.
Commissioner Perez?
Aye.
Commissioner Leon?
Aye.
Commissioner Stout?
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty?
Aye.
Judge vote.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Good evening, Judge and Commissioners. Wally Hargrove from the Office of Budget and Fiscal Policy. I have a brief overview of the county tax rate for tax year 2018, which we use to fund fiscal year 2019. The overview will include a tax rate history and a little bit of a comparison to other urban county tax rates. Current for fiscal year 2019 or tax year 2018, our calculated effective tax rate is 0.447819. Compared to the fiscal year 2018 tax rate, that's about a half-cent lower. Our current tax rate is 0.452694. That's the same tax rate we had in fiscal years 17, 16, and 15. As a matter of information, every 1% change on the effective tax rate generates an additional $1.8 million. 1 penny change in the tax rate generates an additional $4.1 million. Use last year's rates, since this year's rates have not been adopted yet, but for comparative purposes, the 2017 local tax rates. You can see the largest piece of the pie there. The tax entity, El Paso Independent School District, was at $1.31, or 44% of the average tax bill. City of El Paso at just over 80 cents, or 27 cents, 27% of the average tax bill. County of El Paso at 45 cents, or 15% of a homeowner's tax bill. UMC, last year's rate, 25 cents, represents 9% of the average taxpayer's bill, and El Paso Community College at 14 cents, which is right at 5% of the tax bill. When we look at the assessment of taxes, we look at the taxable value. This shows you the effective tax rate on the left-hand side, current tax rate in the middle, and the rollback tax rate on the side. We did have 4.93% growth in property value, or $1.9 billion. The tax rate is broken up into 2 components. What it takes to run the maintenance and operation, the day-to-day operations of the county, for effective tax rate was just over 40.5 cents. Our INS tax rate went down from 4.6 cents down to 4.1 cents, so the total tax rate of 44.7819. Also show the generated expected revenue from the effective tax rate, the current tax rate, and the rollback tax rate. Right now, our possible increase from the effective tax rate is $8.4 million. If the county were to consider maintaining the current tax rate of 42.25 cents, would generate $10.4 million, and the rollback tax rate would add an additional $21.2 million to the county's revenue stream. If the county were to consider keeping the current rate over the effective rate, that generates an additional $2,007,700. Your average taxable value of a home there, now the average taxable value of homes was $129,638. This is the net taxable value because we offer a $5,000 homestead exemption. So under the effective tax rate on your left column, average homeowner would pay $558.15. Under the current tax rate, they'd pay $564.23. An increase of $6 a year, or 51 cents a month. And under the rollback tax rate, the average taxpayer would pay $595, which would be a $38 increase, or a little over $3.23 a month. This gives you a little bit of history as to where the county tax rate has been for the last 11 years, 2008 up to tax year 2018. As you can see on the right side, we've held that same tax rate for the last 4 years. Breaking the tax rate down into M&O and INS, you can see the components there, and pretty solid for the last few years. On the bottom in the small part of the bar graph, you can see that our tax rate for INS is about a little over 5 cents for the last 6 years. Comparatively, what the debt rate makes up as a percentage of the overall tax rate, we run just a little over 11% of our tax rate is to cover the interest and sinking, or our amortization schedule for the debt for the county. That's been pretty consistent over time. And our tax rate change with CPI, you'd see over the last 11 years in 3 instances, our tax rate has been just a skosh over the CPI, but 8 out of those 11 years, our tax rate has been a little bit lower than what CPI would have affected it by. This is just the same table on a graphical representation. When you look at the top 10 urban counties, El Paso County is number 3 on the list at 45.25 cents. Top of the list is Hidalgo at 59 cents. Bottom is a very property-rich county in Collin County at 19 cents. Shows you the same table in a graphical representation running from Hidalgo down to Collin. Overall property values, El Paso County on the top 10 urban counties has the second lowest overall property value. This is at market, not at taxable, at $50.9 billion, with Harris County at just over $500 billion on the bottom. This lays the tax rates for those 10 communities alongside of the tax rate, with the property values, and you can see a pretty inverse relationship where you have Denton running through Collin with Denton running through Fort Worth there, running a little bit higher on the property tax rates because their property values are so low. But as you move to the right of that table, you see as property values increase, the taxable values are pretty close to in alignment with those changes in property value. That's the presentation I wanted to give the court, and if the court has any questions on our historical tax rate.
Commissioners, any questions or comments? For the public's sake, it's worth noting that the Commissioners' Court is still undergoing its budget process. We had budget hearings all of last week and are scheduled to have hearings potentially up until Thursday of this week.
Yes, sir.
And so we will continue to look through the budget and see where we end up falling before we decide on what that tax rate will look like for 2019.
And you'll read a closing statement when we're scheduled to adopt that rate. Thank you.
So I think we can go ahead and close the public hearing. I'd make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
Commissioner Perez.
Aye.
Commissioner Leon.
Aye.
Commissioner Stout.
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty.
Aye.
Judge Vogt.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And so before we end today's meeting on the county's tax rate, I do want to say that the Commissioners Court will meet on Monday, August 27th, 2018 at 9:30 a.m. in the Commissioners Court chambers, room 303 of the County Courthouse building, 500 East San Antonio Street, El Paso, Texas 79901, to adopt a property tax rate for the County of El Paso for 2018 to be collected during the fiscal year of 2019. And so with that, I would, if there are no questions or concerns, make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Commissioner Perez.
Aye.
Commissioner Leon.
Aye.
Commissioner Stout.
Aye.
Commissioner Haggerty.
Aye.
Judge Vogt.
Aye.
Motion carries. This concludes today's meeting at 5:41 p.m.